Hello everyone, welcome to Marvel Inside Out's another video. In this video, we are going to talk about all the connections to Spider-Man or Venom, which was mentioned in the new Morbius trailer, and also we'll try to answer the question that in which universe does Morbius really is. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and do press the bell icon to stay updated for the future videos. Sony's Spider-Man universe is about to grow in 2022, with Jared Leto's vampiric anti-hero Morbius starring in his own movie. After many delays, Morbius will debut in theaters on January 28, 2022. Recently, Sony unleashed a brand new Morbius trailer packed with several Easter eggs and references to the web of opportunity, and it does not seem to exclusively link to Tom Holland's Spider-Man, as it hints towards the Amazing Spider-Man universe, Venom and more. So, let's break down everything we know till now. First, let's talk about the Venom's connections. There are two mentions of Venom in this trailer. The first sees a pair of detectives make mention of an incident in San Francisco, the setting of the Venom films. Then, near the end, Michael Morbius himself makes a wisecrack that his name is Venom. Given that the end credits scene of Venom Let There Be Carnage transported Eddie Brock into the MCU, name-dropping Venom here along with the appearance of Michael Keaton's Vulture and the murderer-painted wall of Spider-Man heavily suggests Morbius takes place in the MCU. And yet there are other Marvel nods in the trailer that suggests otherwise. Like the Oscorp Tower. Oscorp Tower is featured in both Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield's respective Spider-Man movies, but neither it nor its owner, Norman Osborn aka the Green Goblin, have yet appeared in the MCU. However, the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer includes shots of a goblin pumpkin bomb, and it's been widely reported that Willem Dafoe will reprise his role as Norman from the Sam Raimi trilogy in the multiversal No Way Home. In any case, the Morbius trailer confirms that Norman Osborn and his corporate empire exist in whatever universe Michael Morbius inhabits. But whether this Osborn has become the Green Goblin yet remains to be seen. We can also see a glimpse of a Daily Bugle newspaper in the trailer, which suggests a link between Morbius and the two Venom movies. As in Venom, the Bugle is shown to be a major American newspaper with a logo similar to that seen in the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movies. This alone suggests Morbius isn't taking place in the MCU. As established in the mid-credits scene for Spider-Man Far From Home, the MCU's Bugle isn't a newspaper, but an InfoWars-style web show hosted by J. Jonah Jameson. Also, the Daily Bugle newspaper includes two more intriguing Easter eggs, with both Black Cat and Rhino referenced in the headlines. This would seem to suggest both characters have been around in this universe long enough to gain some notoriety. Rhino, of course, previously appeared in The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Black Cat was originally meant to star in a team-up movie with Silver Sable called Silver and Black. That project has fallen by the wayside, but it's possible Morbius is setting up a solo Black Cat movie for the near future. Morbius looks to be serving as the live-action debut for a major Spider-Man organization, Horizon Labs. We can see the Horizon Labs building in the trailer. Horizon is a high-tech research facility run by eccentric scientist Max Modell. In the comics, it employs some of the smartest people on the planet, including both Peter Parker and Morbius himself at different points. It's likely Horizon will factor heavily into Michael Morbius's transformation into a living vampire in the movie. This trailer also features a familiar sight from the first trailer, the graffiti depicting Spider-Man with the word murderer. That would seem to suggest a movie is, in fact, taking place in the MCU. Thanks to the events of Far From Home, Tom Holland's Spidey has had his identity leaked and been framed for the murder of Quentin Beck, aka Mysterio. But as we established, the Daily Bugle cameo argues against Morbius being set in the MCU. There's also the fact that the graffiti is depicting Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man costume. Does that mean Morbius is set in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man universe and Maguire's Peter has suffered a similar misfortune to Holland's? But again, we also sees the return of Michael Keaton's character. Presumably, Keaton is reprising the role of Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming, though we never actually learn his character's name here. This footage is the strongest piece of evidence so far that Morbius is set within the MCU. But at the same time, the scene raises more questions than it answers. It appears to take place outside a prison or police station with Toomes possibly being transferred out as Morbius is processed in. But what's his connection to Morbius? And is this the same version of Toomes from Homecoming, or is Keaton playing a different incarnation of the character? Given the head-scratching post-credits scene in Venom, Let There Be Carnage, this could be another case of a familiar Spider-Man character crossing from one universe to another. We can only hope things will start making a lot more sense after Spider-Man No Way Home hits theaters. But the most important question is, in which universe is Morbius exactly in? So many conflicting Spider-Verses at play certainly creates a lot of confusion, as Morbius doesn't seem to neatly fit into any one universe. The most likely answer is that the living vampire exists in the same universe as the Venom franchise, but this doesn't seem to explain the various references to other Spider-Man properties. Rather than continuing one of Sony's pre-existing Spider-Man universes, perhaps Morbius exists as an amalgamation of the best parts of the web-slinger's cinematic tenure. While this creates some initial confusion, it would allow the studio to build upon the best parts of their previous attempts while unburdening themselves of their missteps. This would enable the studio to usher in a new Spider-Man or make use of a pre-existing one. If a scenario arises where Marvel Studios is intent on keeping their web-slinger to themselves, Sony Pictures may have crafted a universe where it's possible to bring in a previous web head-to-head line instead. Also, a Kraven the Hunter movie is on its way, and now a Morbius trailer littered with all sorts of web-slinger references makes Sony's Spider-Man universe a truly unpredictable beast. Hopefully, these decisions will pay off and lay the groundwork for another Spider-Man universe for fans to fall in love with. So what are your thoughts on this? Do let us know in the comments. Also, do like and share the video, and for more Marvel-related news and updates, follow us on Instagram. We will see you in the next video. Till then, be safe and be marvelous.